Hi, this is Melissa, and I just wanted to make a quick video. It has been 26 days since I had the surgery, the gastric bypass Roux-en-Y surgery, and I've been doing okay. I've been having some issues here and there, but nothing serious. After the surgery, I gained 20 pounds in like 4 days, which was a little crazy. My surgical starting point, weight-wise, was 421, and I don't remember what the point whatever was, but 421 pounds approximately. And after the surgery, I weighed myself the following Monday, because I typically will weigh myself and check my INR, which is a level, a laboratory level that measures the amount of Coumadin that's in my system and whether I'm therapeutic or not. But I didn't check it that day. But anyway, just in case I say that again. But it just detects how much warfarin I have, and if it's like at a steady rate. Anyway, so I checked my weight on Monday, and I had gained literally 20 pounds. I was 441 pounds. So that was a little alarming. And then after a little bit, I called the doctor, because I was talking with a couple people, and they're like, call the doctor. And so I called the doctor. I'm very hesitant when it comes to stuff like that regarding calling the doctor, because I just try not to bother them, But I checked with the doctor, and he said, well, didn't I have you discontinue your hydrochlorothiazide? So I was like, yeah, you did. So we restarted that the next morning, and when I did that, I started peeing all the excess fluid out, because they had me on lots of different IV fluids. They had me on banana bags, normal saline, all sorts of stuff, and I don't know what they gave me in the OR, in the OR, but I, like, the whole time I was there, I was on IV fluid, plus I was getting IV Tylenol, which is a little crazy, but just all sorts of stuff. So that helped me get rid of all that excess water weight, and definitely explain the extra 20 pounds. So after that, a few days after I got home, I was doing really well with getting enough protein, getting enough fluids, because everything that I was intaking was a fluid, and I didn't have any problems keeping anything down with the drinks and the shakes and the excess fluid and that sort of thing. So I was doing really well with that, and really proud of myself. And all of a sudden I started, I was a little itchy at first, not really thinking a whole lot of it. So but I was starting to get more itchy, and just all of a sudden, like one day, it was just like uncontrollable itchiness. And so all of a sudden, just like I was feeling like I needed to tear my skin off. And so I was looking at my stomach, and my stomach was definitely red and inflamed, and I was kind of worried, and like under my breasts, it was really irritated and red, but just totally broken out, bright red. I called the doctor, and I'm like, I don't know if there's anything you can do, but I'm really uncomfortable. So they sent in a medication for me for topically, so I could put on the rash, and they gave me an oral medication also to help with the intense itching that I was having, and told me to take off the Dermabond as soon as possible, because I was having an allergic reaction to the Dermabond. So I took it off of the incision places, which I had been so careful not to mess with. I was really wanting to mess with them, but I'm just being as careful as possible because they tell you don't pick at it and whatever. So I wasn't. I was being ultra careful. So at that point, I got to get in the shower and just get those pieces of Dermabond off because I am definitely allergic to it. So apparently there are several different kinds of Dermabond and we don't know which one it was. So now it's on my chart that I'm allergic to Dermabond. Whatever. So I remember several days just being in the shower trying to make sure I had all that Dermabond off, and it was inside the incisions, so not just on the external, but you know they have to close the inside too, so I couldn't get those off and it was miserable. I felt at that point as well that I wanted to tear my skin off, and it was just like I was in tears praying to God that he would let the itching stop, and it was awful. So what I did was the medication she sent in was hydroxyline, which is also called Vistaril. It's kind of like Benadryl, but a little stronger than Benadryl. So I was taking that and it would knock me out, and so I was sleeping for a lot of the time that I was having this reaction. And thank God I was, because that was probably a really big blessing that I was able to sleep through a lot of it, because every time I was awake it was awful. And I other than when I've had, you know, severe reactions where my face blew up or something like that because of the medication that I would be allergic to or whatever, that was probably about the worst reaction I've had in a long time. So thank God for that. So let me see, after that I've had my 2-week checkup, my 2-week follow-up, and that was doing well. To check the incision and everything looks good. And this morning, as of this point, I still have 2 places on my stomach that are not completely healed. One is kind of like weird and inflamed, and I keep putting some triple antibiotic ointment on, and I have a Band-Aid on it. And then the other place, it's just a little bit of triple antibiotic ointment, and I had a Band-Aid on that one, but I don't know where it went. So anyway, now I've been doing well. I've had some issues with trying to make sure that I'm eating the right amounts, because I'm having difficulty kind of trying to judge how much I'm supposed to be eating, and that's all my fault. I am not measuring things the way I should, and I need to put it in a little container. I've gotten these little containers that are like 3 ounces, and that's what I need to be using, and I just haven't because of one thing or another, and don't have enough help trying to get somebody to put stuff in things for me or whatever it is. But so I keep forgetting to measure stuff, which I will be doing, and so that's caused me to have some, like, not irritation, but where I'm just a little uncomfortable because I'll eat a little more than I should. And usually it's because I just can't figure out how much I'm supposed to eat.